Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character ex-listener by me. So let's get into it. Kazuha. He was only coming to his room for a good rest, but it seemed like what expected him was nothing good at all. And that's why he sprang towards you, grabbing the knife and snatching it away from your hand, tossing it across the room. Lion, what the hell are you doing? He had screamed, holding you and shaking you. It was not the best response, because the only response he got from you was more crying. And that's when he knew he had reacted too rashly. He then held your hands in his, kissing them so gently, as he murmured the softest of apologies, telling you he will take care of it. He will do whatever he can to put a smile on your face. So please, don't throw away the life that you have. Because honestly, Kaza, he truly doesn't know what he would do without you. Albedo. Albedo had arrived home earlier than you thought he would, and that's why he was seeing you right now on the couch. A knife held to your wrist, and he immediately rushed over, taking it away from your hands and looking at you with bright eyes, like he was just trying to register and understand what was going on with you. Ion, it can't be. Are you really hurting yourself? He asked, stunned and shocked by all of this. But you were crying, feeling like you were disgusting, like he would leave you. He would realize how much of a burden you truly are. But the next thing he did made you want to cry your eyes out even more. Because he held you. He hugged you close to him, kissing your forehead and stroking your hair gently, reassuring you that everything will be okay, that he will stay with you, and that you will get through this together. Venti. Venti had a feeling that something was up, that something was severely wrong, but he didn't know just what was going on until he decided he could sneakily stay without you noticing him. And that's why he disguised into something that you couldn't really see. But seeing you get out the knife to start and hurt yourself, it made him come out of his hiding and stop you. He was trembling so much that you couldn't even register what was going on with him, that you were worried more about Vinci than yourself at the moment. But the words that came out of his mouth and the way he said them made you still. I am pleased. I can't lose anyone else. Not you. Don't do this to yourself. That's all I had said. But the way he looked at you with such genuine sadness and surprise, you couldn't help but stop, wrap your arms around him, and cry. And you let it all out, Vinci watching over you and holding you gently, hoping that after all the time he didn't notice anything, he could finally be of help. Scaramouche. Scaramouche would want to scream. Not like that, not because he's scared, but because he's overwhelmed. What was going on with you? Why would you do this? What was he doing wrong? All the questions ran through his mind, and he truly felt guilt. So much of it that he couldn't help but want to get you away from the situation right now. So, immediately taking the knife away from you, he took you to your room. As he cried, Ion, before we talk about anything, promise me you won't do that again. Please, Ion. He had cried out, holding your hand, kissing all over the scars, and telling you that he can't handle it. He can't handle anything happening to you. So please, don't do this to him. You were all he had, and all he couldn't afford to lose. Tighnari. Tighnari could tell that your health, mentally and physically, was on the decline, and he was worried about you. But there wasn't anything he could do without you telling him. So, for the most part, he just settled was watching and trying to observe, to help when he could. But this time, he got a little bit more than observing because he had seen you hurt yourself, blood dripping from your hands. He tried to stay calm. It was part of his job seeing people like this sometimes, in horrible conditions. So he immediately got you bandages and treated the wound first, sanitized it, and wrapped it up before talking to you. May I know why you did this? He asked calmly. There was no judgment in his tone, only understanding, and you couldn't help but want to talk to him, telling him all the feelings in your heart, because you knew Tighnari would never hurt you. He would understand, just like he always did. Xiao. Xiao had a feeling that something was going on with you, that you were hurting, and that's why he teleported to you. He never actually expected to see this, and it terrified him more than anything else. Wyan, stop that! He had yelled out, voice shaky and high pitched. He then grabbed you gently, holding you, but you could feel the way he was trembling, the way his skin paled even further than you even thought he could, and the way he looked up into your eyes, desperate for anything, for a reason. But before you could apologize and tell him that you were sorry for being a burden and all that you usually said, he held you into his arms. Shut up. Don't say that again. I never want to hear that from you. Please, Wayan. Child. Child actually really thought that you were alright. He had no idea that something was going on so horribly wrong, but that's because you were so excellent at hiding it. So one day, when he was walking in your room to surprise you, he instead was met with you, trying to harm yourself. He had dropped the gift in his hand in an instant and reached out to you, holding you close to him, as if to assure himself that you're still there, still alright, safe within his arms. He will talk to you. He will try to understand what was going on, what he had missed, the signs that have occurred before his very eyes. But for now, he will hold you close. He will protect you, and you will make sure to give you all the reassurance in the world that no matter what happens, he will always remain by your side.